Hi, I'm Allison Lamb, and this is Weaving Green Justice at COP30, a series of reflections from the heart of the Amazon in Belém. Each clip captures a moment of meaning, weaving together analyses of delegate negotiations, stories of social justice, and interpretations of climate texts through the lens of green ideology. Here's today's thread. I've been tracking the Belém package, the set of high-level decisions meant to define the political legacy of COP30. It's ambitious and it's urgent, but as I read through the ministerial pairings, the political leads tasked with brokering consensus, I noticed something. Canada isn't there. The Belém package is the COP30 presidency's attempt to bundle key deliverables into one coherent political outcome. Introduced in the 11th letter from the presidency, its purpose is to underscore the urgency in the second week of COP, but also the need to come together and bridge the divide that continues to keep parties from agreeing. It takes key agenda items and seeks to work through them together in a way that leverages their interdependence and interrelatedness. These agenda items include the global stocktake, adaptation goals, climate finance, just transition, mitigation ambition, technology transfer, and transparency and implementation. It's meant to be swift, fair, and inclusive, being approved in plenary days before the closing of COP. To move the package forward, the presidency appointed ministerial pairs, 2 ministers from different regions to lead consultations on each issue. Germany and Gambia on adaptation, Mexico and Poland on just transition. The Chile and Sweden ministerial pair on gender has already proven effective, deleting the footnote definitions on gender, keeping the word equal, and removing all the brackets from the text. But no Canada, not even after the budget vote ended in week 2 when political leadership is most needed. Canada has long branded itself as a socially just climate leader, but when the time came to defend climate and environmental justice, it didn't show up. Yes, the Canadian federal budget vote was scheduled during the first week of COP30. Budget votes are confidence matters in Canada, so ministers, especially those in cabinet, are expected to be in Ottawa. That part makes sense. But the vote is now over, and yet Canada still hasn't sent a ministerial level representative to Belém in week 2, even as other countries have ramped up their political presence. At the high-level segment, ministers from around the world gathered to reaffirm their commitment to phasing out fossil fuels, combating climate change, and working together to protect the environment. No matter the distance, no matter the language barriers, they came to recommit to their climate action targets. But Canadian ministers are not at the table. And now Canada has been named Fossil of the Day by the Climate Action Network at COP. According to the NGO, Prime Minister Mark Carney has systematically dismantled a decade of progress in a matter of months, disrespecting Indigenous rights, democratic process, and environmental assessment rules. I myself have written on the problems tied to the Building Canada Act, which I like to call the Bulldozing Canada Act. Environmental Minister Julie DeBruyn was also called out for having chosen inaction and silence. And to add to this absence, Prime Minister Mark Carney canceled his own appearance at the Leaders' Summit at the last minute, further underscoring Canada's lack of high-level engagement at COP30. And where is he now that the all-important vote is over and the leaders of the world are still in Belém negotiating climate responsibilities? In Abu Dhabi, discussing long-term trade with an oil-rich country. Frankly, as a Canadian, it's embarrassing. We deserve to be fossil of the day. The Belém package is about more than text. It's about who gets to shape the future, and Canada's absence speaks volumes. If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And if you can't even make the effort to be in the room, how can you claim to lead?